tell us a bit about what kind of work is Adobe doing in the Kubernetes space?
So Adobe is, since I've been there, I was a part of an acquisition about 3 years ago. Adobe has been, very definitely with containers was something that disrupted where they were at. Initially, when I joined, Mesosphere was a part of the platform that they had. Definitely had, some initial success with kind of bringing it on board. And then they brought, us as an acquisition where we kind of had a very fixed approach to what we were doing with Kubernetes. And we were on board early on. We were also OpenStack users as well. But we tend to take a little bit more pragmatic view, because especially as we've seen projects grown, we need to focus on like what problems we're solving with these platforms. But over the last 3 years, Adobe has really have come full circle and matured. A couple of years ago, the strategic decision was made to, change the orchestration and make Kubernetes the standard across the organization. And over this last year, the majority of containerized apps now are running on Kubernetes. And so I think our next big journey is there's been a lot of individuals who have been part of the projects, but transforming this company, which has a background with, everybody knows the great creative cloud software that's been around for like 25 plus years. And we're celebrating a lot of these internally. And now learning to embrace open source technology and how we as Adobe become good citizens within it. You're seeing a lot of that start to happen now. So it started with a few individuals who created an open source office, and the process was very challenging initially to even just make commits. And finally now where you can actually easily go in and become a project and just sign up, get your commit out there. So it's great to kind of see that really become, allowing others to adopt it, not just talk about it. Individuals like myself being able to like try to see, can I do more with like governance? Can I get involved more in these projects and not just be just a consumer, but actually be in there and also have a voice as well. So kind of coming full circle. And then as far as like my team and our platform specifically, our biggest challenges are starting to be addressed. Like some of the things as operators, I like the Kubernetes project early on, since being in it 5 years, is we're able to easily maintain and own our infrastructure. A lot of the tooling and bits around it have gotten a lot more easier to engage with. And I think our big journey specifically in the advertising cloud was more like, how do we help our developers and work in the developer flow that they're looking for? And the biggest impact to us has been GitOps. And that has kind of really allowed us to, improve our developer experience, kind of help them so that, we want to make it really easy for them. And so, the maturity of that has really tied into how we like to build and deploy software. And really, in a sense, even from an infrastructure perspective, we're eating the same dog food as our developers. We're using the same tools. We'll complain about the same things they complain about. But what that has done is allowed us to have a lot more resilient and have a platform that, we're able to, operate at scale without having to increase operationally. We're becoming more efficient. So you're definitely seeing the maturity of the projects just really extend into our company.